Okay, so welcome back to another race. I just joined this race. We are doing a 2-hour endurance race by myself. The GT4 at Donnington Park, back in the McLaren. All of my practice has been in the dry. I joined with 30 seconds of practice left, and it is bucketing down with rain, so my first lap in the wet will be quali. The goal for this race is to finish clean, to be consistent with my lap times, with my race times, and to finish a 2-hour race. That is the goal, so let's get into it. Okay, we're going to get out there with some wet tyres on and see what we can do. Wow, that is rainy. I'm going to close these blinds up so I can see a little bit better. Hopefully you can still see me alright. Oh, she's a wet track. Oh my goodness. I am not prepared for this. So I can barely see anything. Damn, it's raining. Wow. You realize how distracting wiper blades are when you're trying to race. Oh, I could not turn just then. All I could feel was my wheels aquaplaning as I was trying to turn left. And these tyres are very much struggling to get temperature in them. I kind of wish I did my own practice in rain just in case. Let's see what we can do. As you can see down the bottom, my optimal time is a 110.7 and my best lap on this track is a 111.02. Those were set in dry conditions on a dry racetrack, which this is definitely not. So I'm going to have to take a slightly unusual race line and let's see what we can do. So one of the keys to driving in the wet, which is potentially why my lap looks so weird, not that I'm going to claim that I'm fast at all, I'm very much not doing well right now, is that you want to drive off of the usual race line because that's where the stickiest racetrack is, because all the rubbered in race, all the rubbered in racetrack really becomes very, very slippery in the wet. Okay, don't think I'm going to be getting anywhere close to top 10, but that's alright. So I come over here on the inside, which looks like a really weird place. And I make it through the corner and I try and keep it on the inside again because there's just less rain on the inside here. So that's kind of the goal. Very slow lap, 125. Not as bad as I thought, honestly. Could have been much worse. Oh. Yeah, definitely not picking up the pace there. Damn. I'm going to continue to do some practice, even though I've done my quali, because I do want to figure out how to be able to get those 4 seconds that I am off the guy in P1. But officially, the best I will start will be P8, but I don't know if that's even correct, because other people might still be doing their qualifying laps. Alright, let's see how we go. We are in the car. I'm not feeling particularly confident about this one, let's put it that way. Good luck, everybody. Have a fun race.
Yep, you too. Yeah, this start's going to be interesting considering that we out-qualified the GT4s.
might pay off to leave a massive gap to us or something.
Looks like that's what we're doing.
Alright, let's go. This is an endurance race, so I'm not actually that keen to gain a bunch of positions, to be fair. Holy moly, it's raining. That's nuts. Oh my goodness. The rain's easing right off now, I just got told by the pit chief who's in my ear and not yours. That's not what I'm seeing. Okay, so we're in P12. It's a 2-hour race, so it's not really about like ultimate pace or anything like that. It's really just around getting around the racetrack until it kind of dries up a little bit. Well, that wasn't as chaotic as I thought. But we still have a lot of time. The TCR's behind us, it's a multi-class race. They, so front-wheel drive cars, I think. Lots of them qualified faster than us, which means that they're going to be overtaking us as we race. Which is going to be, quite difficult. Let me just pay attention on not dying right now. Yeah, which means we're going to be getting overtaken by some front-wheel drive cars in the rain. So that is not going to be particularly easy to
do it,
follow.
man. I ask myself that every night.
There's someone off the track. Means I'm now in P8, I think. Oh, the rain's getting harder. That's not what I want to hear. Oh no, oh no.
Why GT4 so slow?
Porsche's going quite
Because
slow,
it's
I'm not sure
raining.
why. But I'm very worried about... Oh my goodness, this is stressful. I'm probably going to hop over with the voiceover because this is very stressful. Got 2 hours of racing ahead of me. I'll have to stop for fuel, I'll have to stop for pits, like tires probably. But I'm just going to shut up and race and probably voice over this in a bit of a story-like mode. I'll let you know if anything interesting happens. So this was a 2-hour race with conditions that I'd honestly never seen before in my life. These were absolutely bucketing down, pouring down conditions in Donnington Park. It's probably an average day in Britain, but I didn't even know that's where this was. I'd never heard of this racetrack before until I practiced for it, and all of my practice was in the dry. So it was a really, really difficult race to start with, but I honestly kept it together really well. I was quite proud of my efforts here for the most part. You can see here I'm not too far off the pace when it comes to where I am on the grid in position 8, but I do have quite a long way to learn. When you compare me to the people up front, I'm only 0.8 seconds off, which is actually pretty good for this kind of conditions.
In different classes, that's great.
And my wheel was holding up super well too, and I go for a really, really good overtake here. I'm super proud of this one. Cut the inside, just get that good speed. It was so good. Now I haven't been posting any videos in a long time, That was a crazy overtake! Well played to Damien. You were very, very safe there. You didn't have to let me get through, but you did, and I'm very, very grateful, because that could have been a massive accident. But if I'm honest, I think I got better pace than these guys. Not the guy behind me 2 spots back, but the guy here, I think I do. I haven't posted any videos in a while, other than my recent Forza Horizon 6 video, and that's just because I have been swamped. I've really been trying to focus on making the videos better, and that's kind of pushed them back and actually made them worse. I think I've been hyping them up a bit too much. I did record a Le Mans Ultimate race, which has been requested in the comments, but unfortunately I wasn't recording any of the game audio, so it's just my voiceover. Alright, another pass, that's P4 overall. Let's see if I can let this TCR pass safely, maybe? Oh, sorry TCR, I thought you were going to take the outside. I just did my first ever race and my reaction to what Le Mans Ultimate was like, so I might still throw it up, but I just don't have any car sounds, and it's really not enjoyable to listen to racing without car sounds. The other thing is, I've been working on my wheel. It's coming together. I have a full working prototype, which I've been using for the past few weeks just in Assetto Corsa lobbies with my friends. And it's been a bit of a challenge adjusting to the things that I do and don't like. I was really hoping that this would be the final iteration. Alright, look, that wasn't the fastest or the best way to do that, but I think it just gives me a little bit more of a fighting chance to stay in the race for another 2 more hours of this weather. Ridiculous! And these guys are kind of going slow, they're going wide. I think if I have a little bit more breathing space, they can get caught up in a bit of traffic. I might have a better fighting chance at getting up to that P3 position. On the brakes! No! No!
Are you kidding me? Did you seriously just go across both sides of the track to hit me there?
Me? No, I span, bro. And then I tried to back off the track. I was not trying to hit you, I'm sorry. But this video was actually recorded quite a while ago. So this video was actually recorded on April the 11th, 2026, and that is how long it's been since I have recorded an iRacing race, and in fact since I have even done an iRacing race. And so I had a really good time in this race, but I did have some sketchy moments, some times where I span out, and some people got a little bit mad, which was fair enough, but also a bit ridiculous, considering how clean the race was, considering the conditions. Not gonna lie, that was actually an insane overtake. The goal is to get back up to P3, or P4-ish. The track is drying out. With this space, I can see a lot better. Not that I'm racing better at all. In fact, I'm faster according to my delta, but that was super sketchy line. So I need to be aware of my limitations. I thought I'd be braking a lot earlier, but instead I'm just going a lot slower out of all of the corners, which means I actually can brake in almost a very similar position. And it's kind of nerve-wracking, because I would brake here, and that's exactly where I'm going to brake, but I'm just going a lot slower. Okay, never mind. Okay, I exaggerated. So I'm wrong. That was too late of a brake. But, yeah, this guy's flashing me, but he's not going to get ahead. I had a terrible exit there. And yeah, so it's been a while doing the voiceover on the 2nd day of June. And it's honestly, I'm itching to get back into iRacing. I really want to get back into some cars, but I kind of want to skip GT4 and go straight to GT3, but I won't allow myself to do that until I get a class win. Oh my goodness, that is terrifying. That line is fast, but it's scary. Or some kind of a successful race where I feel like I did really well. Yeah, it's a 2-hour race, but I'm still going to aggressively defend, baby. I might change my mind later, but right now, I feel like it's definitely not the worst decision. I don't want to be getting held up at this stage. I could class this race, this GT4 race, as a race that is worthy of retiring my first prototype and moving on to the current wheel that I have with all the buttons and switches and everything that actually work. And in fact, that is what I have done for the sake of prototyping. So the track is drying up, and when you're not directly behind a car, it's a lot easier to see. Oh my goodness. That was a little bit of an unlucky overtake there on Robert's behalf.
My bad, I hit a puddle.
Yeah, we're good. It's a wet race, it's bound to happen. But it's a wet race. He was trying to be aggressive and win positions, and that's the kind of racing that I like. So I didn't want to hold it against him, and of course my goal was just to overtake him again. Alright, well, I lost that position. Wasn't really my fault. I mean, it kind of was. I could have maybe... I saw that coming. I could have reacted, like braked a bit earlier, let him do that, and then just gone around the outside. But can't really be too mad. I think I just got a race, you know, catch him back.
Get up too much, man. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Very nice. Thank you, Robert. It's very kind of you to be worried, but we'll get back into the fight. I'm sure we'll have another battle later on in the race. Man, I gotta say, these TCRs, I just assumed front wheel drive, they'll be slower. But they whip, dude! They are quick. So taking the normal, like the dry racing line, see what happened there? I could not put the grip down. I lost traction, didn't work very well, so I still have to try and keep to this unorthodox approach. Oh no. I really don't want to get any more incident points in that. So this guy is slow though. Thanks, Robert. Alright. Let's try and get some good laps in. Okay, so it's faster to stay away from the curve there, because then I don't get caught up in that wet and I can put the traction down a bit better, which feels wrong because you're purposefully aiming to avoid the apex. But that seems to be a decent way to take that kind of line now that it's drying up a bit. I can still keep it flat all the way up to here, and then I lift and then start braking, so it's a little bit more of a lift compared to when I'm racing in the dry. More cautious, about as simple as that. No, Jeffrey. Go for the overtake, Jeffrey. Nice. I'm just trying to stay consistent as well. I'm not really trying to be super quick. I'm shifting a little short. I'm resting my right leg, which you can't see because my knee hurts when I accelerate for too long. Oop. Start braking. So yeah, I'm just trying not to, this is really hard because it's just covered, it's like a bottom part of the track's just covered in water. There's still an hour and 28 minutes left. If everyone else is trying to hot lap, they'll crash. We've already seen a couple, and the same people crashing in the same corners over and over, so, you know, as soon as you add somebody else's car into it, or, you know, the patience wears thin, someone wants to overtake, and they try out a new surface of the track that no one's been in and it's wet, and then they get slippery. That's what's going to give me opportunities here. I've had too many positions, like the next guy is 14 seconds ahead. I've had too many spins and off tracks and stuff to have a chance, I think, at winning just off pace. It has to be by the rain. Other people having the same issues as me. So that's just how we have to like run the race, basically. Puddle, big puddle, makes us slow out. So you can see I'm 2 seconds off my optimal here, off my best, which is a 1:19.2. So the track is definitely getting wetter with the rain. Like the cars are not, you know, dusting the rain off. Definitely getting wetter. Just gonna try and power past this guy. Cheers, Max. See if we can get a better exit.
What the hell was that?
Thanks, Jonathan.
Too ambitious, I would say.
Finally see P6 on my relative, but I haven't had a chance to actually see the gap. 17.3 seconds, so let's try and bring that down. He's left in a 1:19.7 as his previous. I think I'm in the 21, so he's probably aiming, adding time to the gap, not taking it away, but let's see what we can do.
Very nice.
Oh my goodness, that was an insane save. That actually somehow like wasn't too far off the pace. I genuinely thought I was going to crash and die, so that's nuts to me. Got P1 coming up behind us in the TCRs. Let's keep it clean, Max. I'm at P6. No, someone must have crashed. Which isn't really that bad, it's actually good for me, but still, like, I feel bad. I want to have some more racing, maybe. Sorry, Jeffrey, if you can overtake during a straight, that would be better. Thanks. Oh no. So I haven't really done a pit strategy before for a race, but my current thoughts are that I'm going to try and put on new tyres and fill all the way up with fuel. Because we've got 3 laps left, so that's kind of the goal. I'm in P5 right now only because of pit stops. So, and I have a few laps left, so I might try and extend it. Don't know why I shifted down then, probably because I'm chatting. But I might try and extend the stint a little bit. I don't know if those guys swapped out tyres. I feel like they probably didn't. I don't know if I have to. I also don't know how to check tyre wear. So seems like everyone's starting to pit, but I don't need to for fuel's sake, so I'm going to try and just keep it taken, like try and get a couple extra laps out of the stint. Haven't done any math, but typically if you can extend, it tends to be a good thing. I'll just try and do one more lap and then I'll pit on the next lap. Oh no. I'm pitting Justin, so you can go on the inside. Actually, I have no idea where the pit entrance is. I think it's there. That's not the pit entrance. No, where the heck is it? And here is a lesson that I should have learned a long time ago, which is to practice the pit entry. I completely forgot where the pit entry was. I pulled into like an off-road, which was just so stupid, and probably lost 5 to 10 seconds on just incorrectly entering the pits. Drive through for speeding in the pits, I'm not gonna lie. Now we're actually racing 4 track position, is 5 seconds behind. So I don't know if this was a good idea. I seem to have lost positions extending it. Alright, we've got an hour and 7 minutes left in the race. Time to lock back in again. So because it's been so long since I have raced, I'm really keen to get back into it, to get back into iRacing. I wasn't the biggest fan of Le Mans Ultimate, but I will get back in and do a couple more videos in the future. But in the background, I've just been slowly chipping away at this video, which has taken ages to edit, and also just creating my wheel. I'm up to a stage with my wheel where everything is functional, everything is comfortable, but not everything is quite worthy of being sold yet. All 6 of the buttons are a little bit too light, so I have to get heavier buttons, which I actually have already ordered and have arrived, but I haven't installed yet. And then also, I wanted to go for some heavier encoders, some heavier knobs, and there's just a few things that need some reliability tweaks and some visual tweaks for the sake of selling. I don't want to sell something that's going to be a toy and broken in 2-3 months. Oh, 57 minutes left. My knee is killing me, dude. I do want to make sure that it is reliable, comfortable, and as good as it can be, because I'm not going to sell many, and once they're sold out, I'm going to move to a new design and try and iterate again. So I really don't want to be selling something that just isn't really worth selling. So it's kind of, it's cool, it's also kind of frustrating, I don't really mind that much, is that me and P1 in the relative have almost identical lap times. We've been lapping at a very similar pace. This lap's going to be really bad, but been lapping at almost an identical pace, but because I've spun out, it doesn't work that well. Oh wow, someone just got disqualified? That's not good, but good for me. P6 now. Let's try and take a wide berth. That was really slow. Does mean I can accelerate hard out of it though. Take this wide gripping line. I've been braking into there, which I didn't do in the dry, but it seems to just get the car rotated well enough. Jeffrey behind. I feel like we've been having our own little race, me and Jeffrey. Not really too sure what it's for, but he is faster than me, so I'm sure he'll come up to me at some point. Because he's like 2 seconds a lap faster. Definitely braking way too early here, but I feel like every time I try and extend it, it's just the sketchiest little section of track, so I don't really want to do it. We meet again, Jeffrey. Overtake on the next corner if that's alright. But yeah, let me know what you want me to race in next. I would love to try out the V8 supercars. I would love to try out the GT3 cars, but I have to earn my GT3 license to be able to do that. Justin, overtake on the inside. These guys are faster than me, so I think it's better to just let them race. They'll probably cause more chaos up ahead, which could get me another position. I don't want to get more incident points. Got an hour and left in a 2-hour-long race, and I've got 13 incident points. So, you know, I want to try and minimize any extras that I might get in the future. And I mean, you know, they're already, what, a second and a half ahead of me. I'm not even that far off my, like, lap best, so I feel like it was the right decision. There's no one immediately ahead of me. a bit more of a survival game out here than an outright pace game. Yeah, you can see in one lap they're 2 seconds ahead, so there was no point fighting that. And I don't have the outright pace to crash out the guy in P1, but the guy in P1 is stuck behind 2 back markers. So if these 2 guys come through and shake things up a bit, because they're, you know, 2 or 3 seconds faster per lap than these back markers are, who I was catching slowly, then not that I'm, you know, hoping on the downfall of P1, but if they crash out P1,
Number 29.
I mean, it wouldn't be bad for my race. That's all I'm saying. Might have had traffic or a bit of a misstep or something though. Oh, no. That's bad. Might have to do a drive-through at some point. Go on, 5 laps ahead. Please give it up. Thank you. Just taking it easy behind Kale at the moment, because if I go for an overtake, because I have the pace right now because he's on cold tires, but if I go for the overtake, then he's going to have... That adds one more chance of an incident. But then because his fastest lap's a 116, mine's a 119, it also adds a second chance of an incident, so... Oh no. Oh my goodness. Saved it! Oh, that was stressful.
So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the video if you've enjoyed what you've seen so far.
Nope, and then I lost it again. There's almost a bit of sunshine. Is this going to be the fastest lap? Yes! 119.162.
But as you can see, I kept a pretty consistent race. The gaps to the people in front weren't too far, if you consider the conditions, and, you know, the 1 or 2 places in front and behind. We always had a pretty consistent condition. And, yeah, there's a little bit of chaos towards the end, but you'll have to wait and see how that pans out. And of course, it wouldn't be a multi-class race if there weren't people in a faster class causing chaos and hitting you. That's just how it is.
Come on,
so,
Max.
of course, Max had to do a little bit of damage there. It's okay, it's a weight race and stuff. That's fine. That's kind of the dues you got to pay for a multi-class race.
Thanks for doing it clean, Jeffrey.
No worries, man.
Alright, lesson so far. Make sure I learn where pit exit is. I have to go through, I think it's a drive-through right now. And
Please join the Discord. I've got a Discord open now. It's pretty empty at the moment since this is the first time I'm shouting it out, but I'm going to have all of my updates for the Grips Edge wheel. I'm going to have any kind of racing nights. I might do a time trial or something along those lines where I kind of tell everyone to do a race in iRacing or Assetto, and then you can post your lap time and see who has the fastest lap. Yeah, just a place to hang out, and to kind of talk about cars and show off your rigs, show off your actual real life cars, talk about what you want to do in the future with your vehicles, and yeah, just a nice hangout spot. Think of it as like a car meet at night. It's kind of the vibe that I'm trying to go for, but just a digital car meet, so you can hop in whenever, talk about your cars, talk about your races, your sims, your rigs, gear, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so if you want to, that'll be in the top link in the description, as well as a link to my website where I will eventually be selling my wheels. So if you are interested in buying one of the wheels in the future, you can sign up with your email. Don't think I'll be sending any emails other than, you know, a bit of hype to the wheel when that is closer to being ready to sell. But for now, I'm going to let you guys go back to the in-person audio clips, and I'll talk to you guys in a minute.
Alright, now I need to figure out what I'm doing. Got a lot of slow cars in front. So if I pit, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to add 40 litres. And 2 tyres. Even though the tyres seem to be mostly okay. Oh no, wet tyres. Okay, cold tyres are very wheel in the rain. 24 minutes left, let's nurse this bad boy home.
And at this stage, after an hour and 45 minutes of racing, the GT4 class leader is spanned by the 16th place GT4 racer, who is at a minimum of 3 laps behind him. That's because that's all I can tell, because the guy in P11's 3 laps behind the guy in P1. So the guy in P1 was spanned by someone who was at least 3 laps, realistically probably 6 or 7 laps behind the leader. And that was honestly devastating for him, but fantastic for me, because I was down in P9 after that last pit stop. So that gets me back up to P8, which is one step closer to the P6 that I was holding for the majority of the race.
Thanks, Dennis.
Second wreck, whoever it was. I hope that was worth getting disqualified over.
So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment and subscribe.
Alright, so here's a question. This is final lap. I've been catching up on P7 very, very quickly. Like, I don't know how, he just turned up there, and now I have a chance. Do I actually try and take the chance? Knowing that if I get like one more incident, or 2 more incidents, 1 spin out, or 1 contact, then I'm disqualified? Or do I just sit back safely and finish? And I think I'm going to sit back and try and safely finish the race. I'm not going to try and push. I think if I could push, I've got like a second time, and he's feeling the pressure because... Let's just skip that song. He's feeling the pressure because of P1. The guy who was P1 the whole race and then got hit by a back marker is behind him, but I think I'm just going to chill drive it. And yeah, final lap of the race, P8 seems to be where I'm going to finish up.
And just like that, after a 2-hour-long race, my longest ever race, it was all over. P8 is where I finished.
And yes, after all of that, I am 100% driving back and parking in the pits, as you should do. A 2-hour race, I am sweaty and hot, tired, my knee hurts. Hop in this, chuck the pit limit on. Boom. Oh, my knee. Oh. Oh. Thanks for racing, everybody. That was good fun. Now, we're going to see what the race results are for the 2-hour race at Donnington Park. My first ever endurance race. A sneak attack with the wet. Whoa, that's actually pretty good. I thought my safety rating was going to take a massive dip, but 0.4 positive is awesome for 21 incident points out of 25. And a 37 I rating change is fantastic, honestly. I was 3 laps behind. I had a fastest lap of 1:18.469. The fastest lap of the race was in a touring car, so different, not a GT4. Fastest lap was a 1:16.3. Fastest GT car, I'm pretty sure, was this guy with a 1:17.8. Overall, a really, really good race. But yeah, that was honestly a fantastic race. I've never seen an 80-lap graph. Oh, look at this. So that's my positioning. I got up to 4th place, and then I had that spin, which took me down to 14th. And then I pretty much stayed consistent. So if I didn't have that spin in lap 9, maybe I could have finished in the top 5, but I don't know. The pace was really good. Everyone raced pretty clean. Shout out to AJ Clark. He was racing pretty clean, which was awesome. And there are a couple of the TCR boys who were racing super clean as well, which was great. So yeah, that was massive fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see me do a 12-hour race or a 24-hour race, I don't think I could do those on my own. This is very hot. I don't think I could do those on my own, but I might be able to rope in 2 mates to help me with a 12-hour race. Yeah, just let me know if you would like to see me do a special event endurance race in the future. For now, I'm going to take a break because my legs are hurting. I just spent 2.5 hours sitting in this chair, but the wheel did amazing. So please guys, if you enjoyed that race, please subscribe to the channel. There's more races and you'll get to see me build my sim racing wheels from scratch. It's good fun. These things are sick to make. I can't wait to show you guys the process. I might have by the time this video comes out, but it's very unlikely because these are way easier to edit than, you know, the big ones. Oh, that is a hot wheelbase. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. So please guys, don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. And please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more.